to get started, folks.
Washington's 106.7 WJFK. Here starts Ron and Fez.
Okay, good. You're in for that, right?
Ron and Fez.
Standing by, ready. We have a guest.
Oh, great.
Jay Van Zeeland is standing by. He's the president and founder of TellMyMom.com.
Hey, Jay, welcome to the Ron and Fez show.
Hi, Ron. Hi, Fez. How you doing tonight?
Where are you at tonight, Jay?
Green Bay.
Ah, Wisconsin.
Yep. The home of the only football team.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. You enjoy watching the Super Bowl last year?
No, not really.
With the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, my friend. Fezzy, go ahead and flash your
Right
tats.
there. Right there, Jay.
There's the tattoo.
Got my Buccaneer logo tattoo, buddy. Brett Favre picked off 4 times during the regular season.
All right, Jay.
You guys get to brag about it one year, but, you know, when it comes down to the end, we'll beat you next.
Yeah. Jay, tell us a little bit about TellMyMom.com.
TellMyMom.com is a driver monitoring company. We've all seen the How's My Driving stickers on the back of semis. We do the same thing for parents with teenagers.
All right, so it's kind of like a 1-800-How's My Driving?
Yep, exactly. People give us a call when they see the teenagers driving either good or bad. We take that information and then send it back to the parents so that they can work with their teens to make them better and safer drivers.
So they send the information to you, and then you tell the parents.
Exactly.
So the parents aren't actually putting their own home phone number on a bumper sticker.
Right, and the reason that we do that is give me somebody's home phone number in 10 minutes in a public library, I can tell you where they live.
Ah, I see. Now, Jay, have you gotten any feedback? You know if it's improving driving for anybody yet?
Well, the sample that we have, we've got about 2,300 members throughout the United States. The sample that we have amongst teenagers is a little bit too small. But taking a look at the trucking industry that's been doing it for a while, they've cut down on their crashes by about 22%.
22%? That's an awful lot.
Yeah, so you figure that you'll be able to save a lot of lives with this, right?
Absolutely.
All right, how do people get involved with TellMyMom.com?
They can go to our website at www.tell-my-mom.com or give us a call on our toll-free number at 866-2-TELL-MOM.
Okay, and this also comes with a book?
We sell the book separately. That book is called Teaching Your Teen to Drive. And what we started to realize after doing this program that parents don't have a clue what to do when teaching their teens how to drive except for grab the dashboard and scream. So this gives the parents an idea as to what to teach, when to teach it, in order to be able to give the teen a well-rounded driving experience before they get their license.
All right, well, we're going to take some phone calls now. We got Jay Van Zeeland with us, Fezzy.
He's from TellMyMom.com. That's tell-my-mom.com.
Let's go to Neno. Neno, you're on with Jay.
Hello, Jay.
Hi, Neno.
I'm a little bit upset with this. I don't know where you get off on snooping on you and my car's parts. There are things that I like to do in the car, and I don't think anyone should be calling to tell my mother what my car is doing.
Well, it's not so much what your car is doing as much as how you're behaving.
Well, that's the thing, I have to go to the car to behave a certain way that I want to, and I don't know where you get off trying to tell my mother when I'm sneaking out of the house.
Well, what I'm trying to do is to save y'all's life. I understand that teenagers may not necessarily...
I don't know where you get off thinking that you're saving my life.
Well, through statistics and through the fact that it's worked in other instances. By putting the sticker on your car, it gets you to think twice before going on out and doing something that might cause a crash.
Excuse me, there's no crashing going on. I don't know why you think it's your job to police what I'm doing.
May not be crashing with you yet, but 1 out of 3 teenagers before they hit 18 are going to be in a car crash.
Jay, I don't understand why it is that you're not hearing me. I will say thank you, sir, and have a good day.
Thank you.
No, I'm tired of you.
All right, Neno, you don't get to hang up on the call.
We're not saying good day to
I'm not going to sit here and listen.
Jay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jay.
Yep, thank you.
Goodbye, Neno.
Good night.
Neno, he's our guest.
Yeah, you don't get to say goodbye to him.
Jay, do you get a lot of resentment from the teens?
Yes, in fact, that I do. A lot of teenagers think that I'm just out trying to get after them.
Right.
And the truth of the matter is I'm just trying to save their lives. Teenagers can hate me all the way up until they collect their first retirement check. And then I won.
See that because they live.
Absolutely.
Where did you get the idea for this, Jay?
A teenager ran through a red light a couple of years ago and nearly hit me, pulled into a gas station. I pulled in behind her and just said, look, you got to be a little bit more careful. And she proceeded to use a bunch of words on me that would make sailors blush.
Really? So what did you do? You called her mom?
No, as I was mad as a hat, as I was driving home, a semi passed me up with a how's my driving sticker on. And I married the two.
Oh, okay.
Married the fact that, teenagers are 4 times more likely to get in deadly car crashes, that teenagers, because of inexperience, not because of them screwing around, but just inexperience, crash more often. And I also work as a medic. I'm one of the guys that gets to scrape them off the streets when they screw up.
Okay. We have some more calls for you if you have the time.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the phones. Iris is standing by. Iris, you're on with Jay Van Zeeland, president and founder at TellMyMom.com.
Hi, Iris.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, Iris.
I just wanted to say I'm enjoying what you're doing with the program tonight.
Thank you.
And Mr. New Zealand is doing a wonderful service.
Yeah, it's Jay Van Zeeland.
Thank you, Iris.
And I think it's wonderful. There is some teens in my neighborhood, colored, and some of them broke into the stamp machine.
Okay.
I want to call their mom.
Well,
.com.
all that we deal with is people that are registered in as part of the program. I've gotten calls from people that don't belong to the program, but I have no means of being able to reach their parents.
Well, let's put it this way, parent.
Okay, parent.
Colored.
All right, I don't think it...
going to find a father back there.
Yeah, I don't think it matters what the background of the teen is.
But the whole neighborhood has changed. And it's all black. From the tracks all the way into really Central Avenue.
Yeah, I don't know if Jay's going to be able to help you with that.
Can you, Jay?
No, unfortunately, that I really can't.
How do I find your website? Where located?
It's at www.tell-my-mom.com.
Now, Iris, I'm guessing... Yeah, www...
Right, so there's 3 W's.
Yes. Iris...
Mom... .com.
.com.
.com, Mom.
Now, Iris, I'm guessing that your children...
W.
Yeah.
W.
Yeah, 3 W's, Iris.
All right, I'm having trouble with this.
All right,
my computer.
Okay. Maybe we can just send you the link later.
Well, how are you going to do that, in the mail, or...?
We'll figure it out. We'll put you on hold later on and make sure you get the correct web address.
All right, Mr. New Zealand.
All right, thank you.
I'm looking out my window now. 3 colored boys, and it looks like a Dominican. Check. Make that Puerto Rican. Over.
All right, Iris, are you trying to work for TellMyMom.com?
Yes. I'm working as an undercover mom.com.
I don't think Jay needs your help, doing surveillance on teens. Jay, you don't actually follow certain teens around, do you?
No, not at all. What we do is...
one of them is squirting on the lawn.
We simply take reports in from other people that see them driving erratically or driving well and send information to the parents as to how they're driving.
Okay, but nobody's out there actually on a teen hunt.
No. Is there a place like that colored kid has a zipgun.com?
I really highly doubt it.
I think Jay just knows about his own website.
Yeah.
Now, Iris, your children are probably, older than teen years. They've probably been driving for a while. Oh, I'm sorry.
I had 5, basically blue babies.
5.
DOAs.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Iris.
Yeah. When I dropped them, it was like dropping a bowling ball, I guess, on a basketball court.
Yeah, well.
This DOA.
Yeah, well, we're sorry to hear about that, but I guess if you did have teenagers, you would want a service like TellMyMom.com.
I'm trying to listen to the radio and put my phone up against it.
Oh, don't do that. You'll actually get some feedback. Get some reverb. What you have to do, Iris, is make sure your radio is turned down, or else that'll happen. Iris, is your radio turned down?
Please, my man.
Yeah, Iris, that's neat when that happens, but you have to take your phone away from your radio and turn your radio down.
All right, I have to leave now. I really wanted to thank you, Jay.
Well, thank you, Iris.
You're cleaning up the neighborhood.
Thank you. We're trying to just keep the teenagers alive while driving.
Well, either that or, lock them up, throw away the key.
Well, I don't think Jay is with
No, most kids don't need that. They just need a little parental involvement.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think...
Baby's mama.
Right, I don't think Jay...
Now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Iris.
Thank you, Iris, and we'll make sure you get that website if you want to hold on.
Yeah. T-500.
Thank you, Iris. So, Jay, what kind of comments are you getting from parents that sign up for this?
The majority of parents are very, very in favor of this. And just a case in point that we had gotten a few years ago, we had a teenager that had gotten their license taken away. After they got their license back, the parents decided to put the bumper sticker on the back of the car. I have yet to get a call on that kid. And I called the parents back a year after they got into the program and said, did you ever put the sticker on the car? They said, yeah. And you would be amazed, this teenager drives completely different. He doesn't want us to find out about him screwing up, so he just drives better.
You've turned this kid's life around.
Well,
and maybe even saved it.
I don't know about his life, but maybe his driving.
Yeah, or somebody else's life.
Right.
Let's go to Jan. Jan, you're on with Jay Van Zeeland.
Hey, this is Jan calling.
Hi.
Hi, I wanted to talk to Jay Van Zeeland, please.
This is.
Jay, I was wondering, I think your bumper sticker idea is really groovy. I think that's great. But I was wondering about something. This is something my dad tried, and maybe it would work with your program. He would actually have a driving competition between my older brother Greg and my older sister Marcia. And what they do is they'd go out on a driving course, and whoever got closest to the last cone with an egg on it without knocking it off would be considered the better driver.
Well, actually, they do have a lot of driving rodeos around, but those are generally sponsored by the schools themselves.
What do you think of the egg idea? That maybe a teen has to pass what we like to call the egg test.
Well, I think that there's some possibilities there, but I'd be afraid that too many of them would be left with egg on their face.
Well, good was. You're funny like my dad. He died. Now, with the egg test, you could really up the ante, where like the loser has to do the winner's choice for a whole month.
Well, if families want to do that, that's great. We try and get the information back to the parents, but let them work with the teens in order to be able to make them safer however they deem necessary.
That's what happened with my older brother Greg and my older sister Marcia. Greg choked, and Marcia won the competition because Greg knocked the egg off the cone, and he had to do Marcia's chores for an entire month.
Wasn't he trying to get a rowboat?
That was a different competition. That was when we were trying to figure out what to do with the trading stamps. And we decided to build a tower of cards. And if the boys won, they were going to get and if us girls won, we were going to get a sewing machine.
Well, whatever, Jen. Well, thank you for calling.
Our dog jumped on Greg and knocked down the tower of cards. But we compromised and got a color TV set that we could all enjoy.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jen.
Thanks, Jan.
All right.
Thank
bye-bye.
you, I appreciate it.
Let's go to Neno. Neno, you're on with Jay Van Zeeland from TellMyMom.com.
Jay, if that's your real name, I don't know why you have to be so hateful. Why are you doing that?
Wait a minute. Didn't you call once already, Neno?
Excuse me. I am not going to listen to Jay go on and with his hateful speech all night. Jay, thank you, sir. And I'll bid you good night.
Good night, Neno.
Goodbye, Jay. Thank you very much, if that's your real name at all.
Goodbye.
Absolutely it is.
Goodbye, Neno.
I don't understand why some teens are just never going to get the fact that people are trying to help them, that some things are for their better good.
Well, when I think about back when I was a teenager, and my mother asked me where this program was when I was a teen, there was no way that I would have gone for this.
No. Not at all.
I know that teenagers aren't nuts about the idea.
Right.
But the bottom line is get past the idea that somebody's out to play games with them.
Sure.
I'm out to save their life.
Beautiful.
I'm a lazy EMT. If I save a life, I can spend a whole night of sleep while on duty.
Hey, here's a young man named Andre. Andre, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, this is Andre.
Hi, Andre.
Yes, I'd like to speak to Reverend Helen, please.
He's right on with you. Go ahead, Andre. We're listening.
Jay, I love your idea for tellmymom.com. But I'll tell you what, I want to make sure everyone understands. Now, some teens may be bigger than others. I was a large child. I'm 7'4", 560 pounds, from Grenoble, France. And a lot of times, if a teen is driving bad, it's not their fault. I had to have my head out the sunroof when I drove. And a lot of times, you can't see the steering wheel so well.
Jay, is there a problem with larger teens?
No, although I do remember Andre's ring size, and, that was something that would intimidate most people anyway.
What's that?
But, there's not necessarily a problem with their size. It just has to do with inexperience.
When you have a foot that big, sometimes it's hard to get it off the gas pedal.
You just have to get a bigger car, Andre.
All right.
I tried. And the way my parents would make sure I drive safely would be they would keep a snake in the car with me.
Really?
There would be a snake in the glove box because I am afraid of snakes. I hate snakes.
Jay, it's tellmymom.com, and that's how many dashes?
There's dashes between the words, so tell-my-mom.com.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to, I think we're just about out of time. Andre, thank you.
Consider the snake idea, a snake in the glove box. It worked on me.
No, I haven't, Andre.
That snake would come out of the glove box and I'd say, what the F?
But, Andre, you may want to consider, due to your size, of seeing if there's a surplus deuce and half around. It's a little bit bigger of a vehicle, would be able to handle you well.
I need one of those big Hummers.
Right, we all like a big Hummer.
No,
Jay.
Jay.
Oh, all right. Jay, thank you for being on the show tonight.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. Tellmymom.com. We'll talk to you later, Jay. Fuzzy, I don't know. Some of it worked. Some of it was working, huh?
Yeah, I believe some.
Yeah.
We got something out of it.
If nothing else, Neno, I think, is our new favorite.
Neno is just so angry.
Yeah.
Howard Stern, Don and Mike, Bill O'Reilly, Ron and Fez, and the Washington Redskins. 106.7 WJFK.